$1,587 order revenue on Fiverr, selling voiceovers, and in only 1 month. Hi, I'm Josh, full-time freelancer working with video, audio, and voiceover. Recently, I kickstarted my career on Fiverr, making all different kinds of videos, and now I'm also providing voice acting on the platform. If you're interested to see how I got started on Fiverr, go ahead and check out my other videos here, where I document the whole process. So in this video, I'll be showing you how you can start your own freelance career on Fiverr with voice acting. So a little bit about me. I've always been into acting and performing. I grew up in a very creative household. I learned to play the guitar and I played in bands throughout my childhood and even performed in school plays. We also had a recording studio in the house growing up, so I was always around microphones and recording equipment. In my late teen years, I left college to start a recording studio, recording bands and artists. After that, I had to grow up and get a real job. So I started working in offices and insurance companies. And it was pretty boring. But this year, I decided I wasn't going to wait around doing jobs that I don't like anymore. So I decided to set up all of my equipment again and start an online business. Now naturally, as someone with performance and audio recording experience, voiceover really was a good fit for me. So after a month of creating spokesperson videos on Fiverr and goofing around, I got started with voiceover in July this year, offering my services for only $5. I created a really simple gig video and recorded using an old SM57 microphone that I had lying around. Now, I didn't really put in a whole lot of effort, and so I only really got a handful of orders, and I didn't really get paid a lot. So I decided to invest a little bit more into my setup. I actually got a better microphone and actually practiced my skills as a voice actor. Learned a little bit more about the industry as a whole, studied other sellers' listings, and then that's when I decided to remake my voiceover gig on Fiverr. I created a new video, created a voiceover demo, added more information to the description section, really worked on my pricing. As soon as, I'm not even joking, as soon as I submitted all of this information, a new $5 gig came through. And of course, over the month after that, I had 27 new orders, with the single largest order at $200, and I made a total of $1,587 in the first month of remaking my gig on Fiverr. So here are a few tips that I learned along the way so you could get started too. Number 1, get started right now. Now, I know this is really cliched advice, but I'm being serious, just start now. Most people don't take action because they're scared of 2 things. 1, they don't have the voice, and 2, they don't have the gear. Firstly, more and more businesses are looking for voiceover artists that sound like normal everyday people, because that's just more relatable. If anything, it's an advantage if your voice is average. You really don't need to be overly talented for this. What is important, however, is that you loosen up and add some charisma when reading scripts. You don't want to sound boring, and you definitely don't want to sound like you're reading from a script. It does have to be natural. And guess what? This is a skill that can be learnt and developed. You can start right now by reading practice scripts on websites like voices.com. I'll link some resources in the description below. Secondly, the gear. Now, whilst you should really invest some money into a decent microphone and a preamp when advertising yourself for professional voiceover projects, but not having this gear is still not a good enough reason to not get started. You can literally get started on a voiceover career right now just by using your phone, laptop, headphones, headset, anything that you have available to you that can record your voice. And if you want to take this seriously and get started right now, go ahead and read some of those practice scripts into your phone. Just get used to hearing your own voice on a recording. Which brings me on to point number 2, practice, practice, practice. Have a look through the practice scripts on voices.com and actually record yourself reading them out loud. 3, invest in your gear. Okay, so now that you're comfortable with using your voice and hearing it back on recordings, it's time to actually invest in some equipment that will help you earn some money. So for the absolute beginner on a shoestring budget, under $200, you'll want to try a USB condenser microphone. They sound great, they're idiot-proof to use, and best of all, they're cheap. And despite what some people will say, they are good enough to start getting paid voiceover work on Fiverr. So just a few quick ones that will do the trick are the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB, the Rode Podcaster USB mic, and the Samsung G-Track Pro USB mic. I'll link these microphones in the description below. If you start earning on Fiverr and want to really expand your voiceover career, I'd highly suggest upgrading from the USB mic to a real XLR condenser microphone with an audio preamp. Cheapest options could start at around $400 and go anywhere up to $3,000 plus, but I won't get into that in this video. Then, of course, you'll need some kind of machine to record and edit your voiceovers on. I would suggest a laptop or MacBook, as the fans tend to be a lot quieter compared to desktop computers. Most audio production programs don't require a whole lot of processing power, especially for voiceover projects, so you won't need to drop thousands on a powerful new machine. I also recommend using the audio program called Reaper, which comes with a super long free trial and is by far the cheapest professional level audio program on the market. Booth Junkie has a lot of great tutorials on the program as well. And number 4, create a space you can record voiceovers in. This is actually more important than spending hundreds on a really good microphone. You need a recording space free from echoes, reverberations, and background noise. So a common favourite for this is a wardrobe or a cupboard. I prefer to use my office, and I've just hung some foam on the walls, and I use a duvet hung over a microphone stand behind me, and this really does make the biggest difference. Number 5, create a voiceover demo. You can even just use the practice scripts provided to create a voiceover demo, which will show any prospective buyers how your voice will sound. Now, I won't get into this too much as well, but I do suggest watching this video if you want to learn more about recording voiceover demos. Number 6, create a gig video for your Fiverr listing. A gig video is not optional if you want to be successful on Fiverr, no matter what kind of service that you're selling. And this is no exception with voiceover. Use your phone camera if you need to, and film yourself creating an introduction video for your gig. Tell your prospective buyer who you are, why they should work with you, how much your services costs, and then give them examples of your voice by presenting your new voiceover demo. Number 7, if you want to get your first order as soon as possible, offer a $5 option. I suggest offering 25 to 50 words per script for $5 and in only 24 hours if you can do that. This way you'll be sure to get your first order in no time. You can always increase delivery time and prices later, but the thing to remember about Fiverr is that buyers are on there looking for cheap and fast order turnaround time. Number 8, under-promise and over-deliver. If you get a short script, record it twice to give your clients options to choose from. If your client needs revisions done to the work after you've delivered it, then just re-record it again without questioning them. It's all about providing a high level of service to your clients, because that $5 job could easily turn into a $500 job if the client likes your voice. So there we go. There's just a handful of really quick tips just to get you started in voiceover on Fiverr. If you have any more questions or need more advice, then just leave a comment below. Thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe for more videos about Fiverr, freelancing, videography, and voiceover. Cheers.